I'll let you go.
Yeah, I'm not for you, bro.
Huh? Okay. All right. Khan, Shalom. Before we start this lesson, we'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kodash. Double honors to our teachers, the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, the men whom we've learned this truth from. And also shalom and salutations to the elect, the men that are out there, preaching this word in truth and sincerity. Also the men that we do these lessons for. So we're the brothers from the branch of Great Millstone, Montreal. I'm the brother Shaquat, and
Zabak.
Machaya.
Yep. So the Spirit brought us together to do this lesson, which is entitled "An Overstimulated Kingdom," and this kingdom is being ruled by Esau Edom, the so-called white man, right? You can read about that in the book of Job 9:24. It says how that the earth is given into the hand of the wicked. So the wicked are in possession of the earth right now. And that's also synonymous with rulership. You having possession of the earth is pretty much you ruling the earth, right? But to specify, it's the elites of the Edomites. It's not, your average Edomite. It's the elites, the bankers. A few names, a few families the bankers of the bankers are the Rothschild, the Rockefellers, the DuPonts, and so on and so forth. But those are the men that are ruling this world, right? But the way that they're ruling the world is not right, and a part of that, a part of them not ruling the world the right way is the fact that they overstimulate the people,
Real quick.
Yeah.
Job 9:24. The earth is given unto the hand of the wicked.
Right.
He covered the faces of the judges thereof. If not, where and who is he?
That's right. So the earth is the earth. That's dealing with rulership. Because when you read the scriptures, contrary to what the Christian church depicted it as, is it really deals with kingdoms. The rising and falls of kingdoms. When you really get into the scriptures, right? And that power of who gets to rule the earth and who doesn't is given by the Heavenly Father, Yahweh. And in this case, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh, through his son Yahweh Shai, gave the earth, which is the rulership of the earth, to the Edomites, which are the wicked. That's who they are,
And as the wicked, we understand that this kingdom is overstimulated because the wicked are in rulership.
Right.
Just to back that point, it says here, Habakkuk 2.
Yeah.
Habakkuk 2:4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by faith. Yet also because he transgressed by wine, he is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlarges his desire as hell, and is as death, and cannot be satisfied. If you cannot be satisfied, it's because you're overstimulated. Okay, you're always seeking for more.
Right.
Okay, you never have enough.
Right, and that's the mindset of the rulers, like we were going into earlier. As the rulers, as the people. So whatever the vibration of a ruler is, that's gonna spill over to the people.
That's it.
So the people are not satisfied. Just to add to your point.
That's it. Because again, the wicked are in rulership, and what does it say? Yahushua came to give us peace. And when you have peace, it says, "You shall not want." The word, this truth will set you free, and you shall not want.
Yeah.
Because in Yahushua we're fulfilled. Okay, but them, they're not spiritual, they're carnal, and the flesh doesn't have limitations in the sense. It always wants more. It always wants to live in pleasure.
Right.
They're always seeking for the next rush, the next dopamine rush.
And he set it up like that.
Yeah.
He set up the kingdom to be like that, for you to, not be satisfied with the particular amount of anything that you have. Even down to scrolling. You're not satisfied with the amount of scrolling. You want more and more and more, but that's that dopamine that you got everybody addicted to.
That's it.
Or even the food. Your stomach tells you, I'm good, but the flesh,
finish it.
But that's probably because like all the videos of food and all the foods you see around you, everything, you don't get satisfied. I want,
Right. And also the shit that Esau adds in the food for it to be addictive too.
Yeah.
You can't forget about that. He's a mad scientist, so he adds, certain additives and flavorings or whatever to make the food addictive, to where that basically it becomes a drug unto these people.
Yeah. Food and Drug Administration.
Yeah, FDA, Food and Drug
Administration.
Because food indeed is a drug. you know, which Esau is utilizing that in the left end to make these people hooked.
He weaponized it.
He weaponized it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, for what? For them to be dependent on him whenever they suffer from a particular disease, let's say diabetes or high cholesterol. Who do they have to go to? Esau. Because it helps with his pharmaceutical gig.
Right.
You know?
And like you said, he weaponized the food. You know, like the food is a drug, but there's twofold. The drug could be twofold. It could be a drug that heals you, or depending on how it's, you know. But Esau weaponized it. He's using it against you instead of using it to help you. That's why it says of the physician.
Yeah.
What does it say? You know. But he's you know, but he's not a profitable physician, right? Because if he was a profitable physician, that the food that he supplies you would be food that heals you. You know, will be things that actually bring you to life, but actually he does the opposite. You know?
Yeah. Real quick, just jump in. Just to back up the brother's statement. This is Sirach 10 and verse 10. It says, "The physician cutteth off a long disease, and he that is today a king, tomorrow shall die."
Yep.
Yeah, so like the brother was saying, if Esau Edom was a true physician, he would cut off the long disease. He would actually heal people, not treat them to where that they have to come back to him basically for the rest of their life. You know, people that suffer from high cholesterol or type 2 diabetes, type 1, they have to take these medications for the rest of their life. You know? Well, really, you really don't. If you do your own research, you know, about the symptoms, you know, and you find a proper herb to take and whatnot, you actually have to do a diligent research, okay? Yeah. And you change your way of eating. You don't need to take them drugs that Esau's feeding you, man. But you know, these people they don't know any better, so they're dependent on Esau, man. And you know, we know Esau is he's a physician of no value. That's why he's not gonna cut off the lung disease, because it's not profitable unto him.
Right.
Yep. It says here, Wisdom of Solomon 16 and 12, "For it was neither herb nor mollifying plaster that restored them to health, but thy word, O Lord, which healeth all things."
Right. Yeah, you know, it's because true healing comes from Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Of course, the herbs help, but whenever you have an ailment, first and foremost, you pray to the Lord.
Yeah.
You know, from there, the Lord can answer the prayer by giving you wisdom, you know, about the herbs to heal yourself right then and there. You know, but the true healing comes from the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? Ultimately, Yahushua is the true physician, because he's going to come and cut off the lung disease that men is suffering from, especially the men of Israel. Really the men of Israel, which is what? Death. He's going to cut that off for us, man.
As it says, the issues of death are in the hands of the Lord.
Yes, sir.
If you get sick, it's because the Lord wanted you to get sick. Okay, does an evil come in the city and the Lord had not done it? And it's, you can bring it down even to the individual. Yeah. Okay, not just the city, the individual, because our life is in the hands of the Lord. So whenever you get sick or you get a certain ailment, it's the Lord that sent it your way, man. Yeah. And it says that that's a sort of judgment that the Lord brings upon you. Okay, and to bring it to back up that point, it says here in James 5 and 14, is any sick among you? Let him call the elder of the church and let him pray over him, anointing him with oil in the name of the Lord. Okay, because again, as it says, the prayer of the saints availeth much. It pierces the clouds. Okay, just the fact that you pray over someone, you anoint them. Okay, that could be enough. That could be enough to heal that individual if the Lord will. Okay, you see, through his faith, through your faith, okay, that individual could be healed just off prayers, just off the laying of hand. And we've seen it happen in the book of Acts, where the shadow of Peter was able to heal people from their ailments or chase out their demons, man. Okay, that's the power that the Lord is going to make manifest in the times that we're coming into, man. Okay, but again, for you to acquire that power, you gotta have faith, and you have to be in the Spirit. Okay.
Yeah. I got some. Job 5 and verse 17. It says, "Behold, happy is the man whom the Most High correcteth. Therefore despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty, for he maketh sore and bindeth up. He woundeth and his hands make whole."
Yes. So again, understanding that when you catch those afflictions, when you're catching hell, don't ask why. Ask why not. Okay, the Lord will bring upon you less than you deserve. Ultimately, we all deserve death, but through the grace of Yahweh Shai, through the grace of Yahweh Shai, we're still breathing. Okay, even in this overstimulated kingdom, man, the Lord took us out of that filth. and kept us walking. Okay, he cleaned our minds. Okay, according to this knowledge,
Yeah.
so that we can follow the right way.
Right. Yeah, because the right way is a perfect balance.
Mhm.
You know, now we actually learning to regulate
That's it.
the amount of entertainment that we consume, or
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
just in general, we're learning to just balance things out, even with food, with
The food,
drinking,
yeah.
with women,
Yeah.
all of the above, man. Now we're learning the perfect balance, not to overstimulate the flesh, because when you do that, basically you're gonna be living like a beast,
Yeah.
That's it.
because you won't have any control on your urges and lusts.
Yeah.
But coming to the truth, like the brother said, now you're learning to regulate these things so that Esau doesn't have the upper hand on you, man. Because he has the upper hand on these people, man. He can, whatever vice or whatever that person is addicted to, he could use it to manipulate them.
Yeah.
You know?
What's that? The thing you brought out? What's the control people?
Which thing?
I forgot the phrase, bro.
Manipulation.
Huh?
Manipulation?
No. Like that project something.
Megiddo?
No. We were talking about with Zakar in the movie.
Fudge. Not the Project Manhattan. Mind Control. MK Ultra.
MK also. Oh yeah, MK also. Yeah. You know that's
It makes it easier.
Yeah, Esau used that too. You know, for the spies and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? To brainwash them. But yeah, like you said, that makes it easier too. Because these people, man, they ain't got no what's it called? No regulation. You know what I'm saying? They'll go out and get drunk and to the point of blacking out and puking everywhere, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Very embarrassing.
Yeah.
They don't, you know what I'm saying? They don't have that regulation, that limit. You know, when you said you got a little woes, okay, cool, you slow it down. You know what I'm saying? But then they'll continue until they're to the point of just throughness, bro. Showing you once again an overstimulated kingdom, man. Just like Esau, because Esau is never satisfied, like the brother read in Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, man. And these people, they have developed the same mindset as Esau, Edom, man. They're basically children of Esau.
Again, bringing it back to them not having power over their limitations. I remember watching that video. I might have to do a video on that. It was a guy, a rich guy, and there was a vegan. He was a vegan, and he's saying that there's a steak in front of you. You're gonna eat that steak. So the vegan said, "No, I can't eat." Okay, no, he said, "No, you don't eat. It's not that you can't eat it; it's that you don't want to eat it. But if I give you $10,000, you're gonna eat it." He just thought about it. Okay, $10,000 is not enough. Give it $20,000. Then she ate it. The guy laughed in her face that all those years of discipline.
That's crazy.
Damn.
But
That's
she did
crazy.
it. Because she wasn't true to her lifestyle.
Yes.
She had a price.
She had
a price. But that's the difference between those that are the hopeful elect and the people that are in the world. We don't have a price, man. We have already been bought by the sacrifice of Yahweh Shai, and we understand what we're fighting for.
That's right.
You said.
Yeah.
Proverbs 11:1. A false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight.
Yeah. False balance is an abomination, man. You can't overdo it or underdo it. You just have to be within that right balance.
That's it. Of
properly doing it, man. Every brother and sister is different. Your balance is different from another brother. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody has the same balance. You got to find out what's your balance. How are a woman good for me, or is alcohol good for me? Things of that nature, man. You figure out what's beneficial for your spirit, not your flesh. Okay, of course we have to feed the flesh. That's true. But the thing, you prioritize your spirit, man. You don't want to be led by the flesh, man. Just take a look at these people, man. When you go outside, just observe these people and just see. You could be like, yo, you don't want to be like them, bro. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Smoking cigarettes all day, stressing out.
Eating donuts.
They can't deal with their emotions, stress eating and shit. You know what I'm saying? They can't deal with their emotions, man. They're overstimulated. They always have to have a regulate. They don't have a regulate. They have to find something to deal with. to deal, with whatever emotional breakdown that they're going through, man.
Even that thing is not good.
It's not good.
Like even coffee is, you can drink it, but the excessiveness that these people drink it at,
Bro,
Energy drinks.
bro.
brother, I've seen it, bro. I've seen people, go. They're working. They drink at least like fucking. It's like from my French 5 coffees a day, bro. Coming back out, I'm like, yo, didn't you just go get a coffee?
It didn't work.
And then to go even higher, these people be drinking like 5 monsters a day, brother. Monster Red Bull.
Demon.
Yo, that's like a recipe for a heart attack, right there, man. Again,
that's
overstimulated, man.
And they do it every day.
Every day. It's not like one day. It's not like one day. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna relax. I'm not gonna drink.
I'm a fast.
No, it's every day, bro.
Brother, it's not right.
And who's responsible for this, man? Esau, bro. He's responsible for making these people addicted to these different things, man.
Because that's the society that he created.
Yeah.
You see? There's no balance in his society.
Yeah.
Even I don't know if a brother could look it up. In the Roman Empire, they had bring out that precept that you're talking about, the Solomon.
Okay, yeah, come.
Yeah, because even in the Roman Empire, they had longer breaks. It wasn't just 2 weeks, 2 days off on the weekend, and then they have to go back. Because even then, 2 days is not enough for you to rest.
It's not.
For the amount of work that you're doing,
It's not.
The amount of stress that you have to deal with.
Right.
Okay, and again, your bills, and again, the price of life is going up, but your wages not following.
Yeah.
So you're stressed over you're chasing after bills constantly. So you're pressured to work, you're pressured to not book off, you're pressured to handle your business.
Yep.
When it shouldn't be like that.
Yep.
Okay. Because again, if you prioritize how can you say quality time, time to rest, you can come back stronger.
Yeah.
You can come back more
leisure
efficient.
time. Yeah.
Leisure time. If you give the workers more time to rest, a break, they come back more efficient.
Yeah, they come back more efficient.
Look at people, like, for instance, within your workplace. Let's say someone goes to vacation for like a week or two. When they come back, look at their faces, look at their spirit. They're happy.
They're happy, man.
And that's just 2 weeks from one. Depending on what job you have. Some jobs they do before whatever. You know what I'm saying? They come back happy, brother. Big smile, but that only lasts for like 1 week. Next week, they're back to being a demon. It just shows to you how that is beneficial for you to just release, to be like at peace, to just, recuperate, gather your thoughts, man. Because constantly working, dealing with people, and it's not healthy, man.
Yeah, man.
And that leads to what? Diseases. That leads to sicknesses. There's research on that when you
hold it,
over. That's a lot. I'm stressing out too. when you stress too much, it can lead to you having a physical disease, man. Yeah. It's not healthy, bro. It's a lot. I got a precept. Okay, this is Daniel 7 and verse 25. It says, "And he shall speak great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws, and they shall be given and they shall be given unto his hand until the time of the times and dividing of times." And Esau Edom is indeed, wearing the saints out, man. Not only the saints, but the whole world, okay, being worn out, man. With this overstimulation is just, constantly being, when you go to the definition of wear out, it says what? Harassed. Okay, Esau is harassing the creation. He's harassing humans, animals, even the animals, bro. This guy's harassing the animals.
Yeah, man.
The insects. Can you believe that?
That's great.
He'll take an animal and take them out from their ecosystem and put them in a complete different, environment that they're not accustomed to, leads to them being depressed, extinct. You know what I'm saying? So, this guy just has to go, man. He's fucking up the whole, the whole shit, bro.
The whole system.
The whole order.
The whole
that
order
the Heavenly
of life.
Father put in place, man.
Oh man, the scriptures say that, man. It says he shall change. He says he could change times and laws.
That's what I just read.
That's
the spirit, Yeah, that's what he's doing. He's changing the times, changing the laws, and who's paying for that? The creation. Us. We're paying for that shit.
That's why the scriptures also say the creation is crying out, bro, because they know everybody, even the trees, they have life in them, but they know in the spirit,
bro. Even the trees, bro.
They know in the spirit that, yo, bro, this gotta end. that's why it says waited for the sons of Most High. They're waiting for us.
The creature, yeah.
You know.
For righteous rulership, it says when the righteous are in authority,
The people rejoice.
When the wicked are in rulership,
The people
mourn.
mourn.
Man. That's what we're seeing now, man. If they have a smile on their face, they're faking.
Oh, big fake, brother. Give them like they smile, wait like I don't know, 30, not even 30, 20 seconds.
Yeah.
Then they give you a Kanye, brother.
Back.
You know Kanye?
Second
Smile or Chris Paul, he's smiling back to straight face.
Shit.
You know what I'm saying? Because even they're suffering, bro.
It's crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
They have no hope.
No hope.
No hope, bro. All their hope is in their bogeys, their cigarettes, like
And coffee.
and coffee.
They love it. They love it.
Yeah.
That's a much. I think that's a Montreal thing, huh?
Boogies and coffee.
Bogeys and coffee, bro. The
So
amount of
they're everywhere. That's why everyone smokes. There's so much coffee places, coffee spots.
Brother.
everywhere.
I see the coworkers, man, throughout the day, bro. 5-10 times a day, bro.
Brother.
They go out for smoke
I've
break.
seen that. Bro.
Plus
I've
coffee
seen that,
too,
bro.
bro.
Smoke with and coffee.
Smoke break and coffee. You smell their breath.
Yeah, it's the
burning, bro.
combination like this.
You smell the breath is halas, bro. It's done. It's like that was it, man.
I got First Kings 5 and verse 12. I'm gonna read it in the NLT.
Yeah, to bring a perspective of how Solomon was ruling and how he was dealing with the work life in his kingdom.
Right.
And again, bringing it back to his kingdom was 40 years of peace.
That's right.
Okay.
And there was a reason why it was 40 years of peace.
That's it.
Because he knew he knew what the Lord wanted him to do, and he followed it.
That's it.
Versus Esau. Esau knows he has the book, but he goes against
Yeah,
it.
he'll do the opposite.
He does the opposite. So it says 1 Kings 5 and 12. So Yahweh gave wisdom to Solomon, just as he had promised. And Hiram and Solomon made a formal alliance of peace. You see, that's also another thing. King Solomon knew who to make peace with to benefit him and his kingdom. You know what I mean? He knew how to do that. He knew. That's why scriptures speak about counting the cost. So even that's dealing with people.
That's it.
You got to know how to deal with people so it works to your advantage.
That's it.
But Esau doesn't do that. Look at Nero. Look at Trump. If
If he talks about peace, there's war behind
that's
it.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It says, verse 13. Then King Solomon conscripted a labor force of 30,000 men from all Israel. He sent them to Lebanon in shifts, 10,000 every month, so that each man would have 1 month in Lebanon and 2 months at home.
You see, 2 months. When you work 1 month, you're 2 months at home.
Yeah.
You see that balance? It's not you're working more than you imagine.
Yeah.
In this kingdom, you spend more time at work than at home.
Oh, yeah.
You come home to you pay the bill, you pay the rent, to sleep.
But how are you supposed to build your home? Like, how are you supposed to build up your home if you're always working?
He said wants you to build his own stuff.
But that's what I'm saying. King Solomon knew. He's like, they need to build themselves up.
Yeah.
That's why the scriptures, there's a law that speaks about you could be a slave to somebody because you can build yourself up that way.
Yeah.
That's it.
And then you can leave after with
substance and knowledge that you acquired from working with that individual
to build yourself up.
That's it.
That's what Jacob did.
That's it. That's it. Jacob came out of there rich.
Yeah.
He had cattle. He had women. He had children. Even that's wealth.
Yeah.
You see, he came in by himself. He left with a crowd.
Come on, bro.
You see? Yeah, man.
Come on, bro.
And knowledge.
Come on, bro.
That's it.
That's how it's supposed to be.
That's it.
But Esau doesn't want that, like the brother says. Esau wants a nation. What's that? The quote. He wants a nation of
workers.
They're not thinkers.
That's it.
Yeah, what King Solomon did, you're basically working for 4 months a year, bro.
Brother.
You know what I'm saying? And then the rest of the months you had off.
You're chilling.
It's like 1 month on, 2 months off, 1 month on, 2 months off.
And imagine that I'm going to work, come back, or you could build a whole family. You could be with your family. You could raise sons and come on, bro. In that time of rest,
you don't have to stress.
You don't have to stress.
And they were probably getting paid well, very well.
And you'll be focused because you'll be like, I'm going to work for this month. So your mind is focused on work.
Mhm.
It's not, oh, you don't have to worry about I gotta clock into, you don't have to rush like that. But then when you're home for the 2 months, you're focused on being home and resting, not worrying about, yo, tomorrow I'm gonna be late. Or tomorrow, or like the day's ending and be like, yo, I have to wake up tomorrow.
Yeah.
You don't have, that's not there.
Yeah.
You know?
You see? You know, that's why what did the Queen of Sheba say? Oh, happy are the people that are under you.
Yeah.
Because you set up the way you set up your kingdom is greater than what I heard of. Okay, I seen it. It's greater than what I was told.
Yeah.
You see, again, because he ordered it according to wisdom. Okay.
Mm.
There's more of that.
No, that's it.
I got unless you got some.
Last one.
Yeah, real quick, I got some. This is Wisdom of Solomon 6 in verse 24. It says, "But the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the world, and a wise king is the upholding of the people."
Yeah, bring out that precept. It's right there,
Come.
Yeah.
The
Because again, when the wicked in the beginning.
Okay.
Because again, as it says, the multitude of the wise is the welfare of the earth. When the wise are in rulership, they everything is right.
Yeah.
How much more when Yahushua, the profitable one, is going to be set up to bring order on the earth? It says that the increase and peace is going to be ever. It's just going to keep increasing, man. Okay, that's what we're waiting for, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, Sirach 10 and verse 1, it says, "A wise judge will instruct his people, and the governance of a prudent man is well ordered."
That's it. Keep going.
It says, "As the judge of the people is himself, so are his officers."
So when the wise are going to be in rulership, even the people down or below them are going to be wise too, because they're going to follow the righteous, their vibration. Okay. When Yahushua is going to implement righteousness on the earth, the law, statutes, and commandments is going to be the law of the land. Okay, people will have no choice but to hearken and to obey the ordinances of the Lord. Okay.
Yeah, it says, "In what manner of man the ruler of the city is, such are all they that dwell therein."
Here you go.
Yeah, because when
The wise destroy the people.
oh, it's the next verse.
Okay, go ahead.
But I wanted to add to this one too, because even when you, let's say, you're a king or a ruler, you know what I'm saying, it's your vibration. You know, you get to say what goes and what doesn't.
What doesn't? Yeah.
That comes with any position of rulership or you know what I'm saying, management or whatever. You're the one that's controlling the vibration of the workplace. You know. So, you know what I'm saying? And you can see that. Let's say if there's a change in management, you see the team, it's moving differently now because it's a different spirit. It's a different person, you know? So, right now, the earth is under the spirit of the wicked. So, there's a wicked vibration. But when we come in, it's going to be a righteous vibration.
That's it. Everything's going to be done all right. Your wife is not going to be able to commit adultery behind your back. Okay? You won't be able to go and steal from your neighbor. Okay, judgment will be implemented because again, that's what is pleasing in the sight of the Lord. Okay, righteous judgment. Okay, you see, that's what we're going to bring upon. That's what the Lord is going to bring upon the earth. Man.
That's right.
Okay, the fear of the Lord is going to increase on the earth, and that's what's going to bring the kingdom where dwelleth righteousness. Right, what we're seeking for.
Yeah. Verse 3 says, "An unwise king destroyeth his people."
An unwise king destroyeth his people.
Very unwise.
An unwise king destroys his people. And again, we said that he is as death. Okay, he doesn't care who he has to kill. He doesn't care who. It says a sword was given unto him, so that man can destroy one another. Okay, he was set up to take away peace. He doesn't care, man. He's a madman that has to be taken down, man. Okay.
Yeah, it says, "But to the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited."
That's it. And the prudence starts now. Okay, by seeking the Lord, turning back to the truth, okay, obeying Yahweh, having faith in the Lord, okay, and again, mortifying your members, okay, seeking the Lord 10 times more, man, okay, because again, we're coming into hard times, we're coming to evil times, and you can't allow the flesh to overcome you to the point where you submit to this evil system, man, okay, you have to be in the spirit. That's it, I'm what?
That's it?
Yeah.
Okay, Khan. Yeah. So, Lord willing, this lesson was edifying to the elect. In closing, we'd like to give our praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, HaKodash. Once again, double honors to our teachers, the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone, and shalom to the elect.
Shalom.
Shalom.
Yeah,